Can this defense carry them not just far in the playoffs, but to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think it can, Ryan, because, look, I think they play on that side of the ball. If you want to talk about complementary within an individual unit, they play a nice brand of complementary football on the defensive side, meaning front and coverage go together. They feast off of each other. They play off of one another. We know that disruption is really what leads to production on defense, and especially up front. They're very disruptive up front. And look, Trevon Diggs, there's no question the people in the back end, they benefit from that because you're having quarterbacks who are right now bringing their eyes down, wondering where the rush is coming from. Balls are getting batted. Balls are coming out too fast. Errant throws are happening. Tips and overthrows are presenting themselves. Trevon has feasted off of that thing. The whole defense has feasted off of one another. So I think that is the kind of defense that ultimately winds up carrying football teams if they need to and gets teams to Super Bowls and gives them a chance to win, is when they know that the front end and the back end are married together. And this team right now, coordinated by Dan Quinn, is as good as any at playing that style, that brand of football.
How far has this defense come based on where they were last year? And we were talking about them like they were the worst in the league, and frankly, they were. What do you think? Can they carry them to the Super Bowl?
Once again, Lewis, at the beginning of the season, I said the easiest thing to fix is defense because it's about execution. It's about tenacity and speed. And this Dallas defense has tremendous speed, and they have guys that can win the one-on-one battles. And Parsons has been one of the best rookies on the defensive side of football that we've seen in a long time. But I don't think they can't make that mistake of thinking that Diggs is like some Revis Island thing because he is a gambler, right? So you have to make sure that everything is tied in, but you have to be strategic in when you're going with your one-on-ones. It's going to be interesting against this Cardinals offense if Kyler Murray can buy time with his legs. Can they continue to plaster downfield, and are they going to get slowed down? I want to see a team make Micah Parsons the center of attention and make a game plan to run the ball at him and make him have to handle the physical game, because if you run away from him, he's too athletic and too gifted to be able to run away from him. He'll make plays from behind all day.
So you want to see more from this team in this game this weekend and see how this defense really performs?
I guess an outfit that can be multiple.
Woody, what do you think about this defense, and what will this weekend's matchup against the Cardinals tell you about their ability to carry the Cowboys all the way to the promised land?
Well, listen, when I watch the Cowboys defense, the first thing that jumps out is the speed. The speed at which they play at on defense, it just really smothers an offense. And when when you're talking about, all the different pass rushers that they have on that side of the ball, the Randy Gregory's, DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, man, it's almost like pick your poison. Who are you going to take away? Because you can't take away all of them, and someone's going to get free. And we know that rush and cover, they're intertwined together, and that's what makes really good defenses. So, when I look at them against the Arizona Cardinals, I think obviously objective number one is to keep Kyler Murray contained, because Bart pointed out, Kyler Murray is the type of guy, he gets outside the pocket. He's one of the most accurate downfield passes there is in the National Football League. Keeping him contained with those athletes is going to be job number one, and they have the speed to keep up with Kyler Murray on that side of the ball.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think speed is going to be a gigantic factor. But, we see a lot of times during the NFL season, head coaches get rid of coordinators, right? We saw the Giants do, we saw the Panthers do it on the offensive side of the ball. I think you got to give a lot of credit to Mike McCarthy for moving on from Mike Nolan and bringing Dan Quinn in here, who's absolutely transformed this defense. I can't remember the last time I've seen a coordinator come in and make such a significant difference. And yes, look, he's got the players. He does. This roster and any DC in the league right now would be salivating over a defense that looks like this Cowboys team. But to be able to make that switch, recognize that there is an issue here in the play calling and help and find Dan Quinn and believe in Dan Quinn, who didn't end his time in Atlanta very well. To be able to do that and him to have this sort of resurgence now as we're hearing Dan Quinn's name getting passed around here for head coaching candidate opportunities after just one season with Dallas making these improvements.
It was never about talent in Dallas. It was about scheme. I played underneath that Mike Nolan system. You have to have high football acumen, and they just didn't have the players that can understand the checks and all those things that you would have to have. This is simplified football, which allows them to show their talent. They've always had Randy Gregory and Lawrence out there. Even before Parsons came, you think about Smith and you think about Van Der Esch.
Yeah.
They had the personnel. Bringing in Keanu O'Neal as a modern-day linebacker allows people to play in space. Now here just allowing them to be able to do what they do well.
And players have always said to me that Dan Quinn's best strength is teaching.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.